All right. Welcome to Kundalini Yoga, everyone. The yoga of awareness. And today we will be doing the Kriya to know that you know. And kind of get into the theme of the Kriya and what it really works on. Start to look at the evolution of like humanity through our experience in the dimensions, our life itself. So like at the very beginning, there was just like energy. And the energy was under a dense amount of pressure, tension, stress, and friction. And that pressure, tension, stress, and friction allowed for the explosion of the material world, for life to begin to evolve. And it's interesting that, as we work through Kundalini Yoga, it's the pressure, tension, stress, and friction that we put on our bodies that allows for ease and joy and happiness in our lives. Ultimately, we do experience a dichotomy for evolution, on a small scale and a large scale of stress and pressure and tension that allows us to experience further joy and ease in our lives. And it's like riding a wave, and that wave has been there since the beginning of time, the macro and the micro. So like at the beginning of life on this planet, it's kind of like these one-dimensional organisms that didn't really have sensory receptors. They didn't know where they're moving this, that way, or that way. It's kind of like microbes in the ocean. And they were actually formed through the pressure and tension of underwater volcanoes. They began to form. And for probably billions of years, they just sat there in the darkness. And life was experienced through just this automated process of function. But at some point, these single-dimensional cells started experiencing light and sound as they grew and moved through the water. And they evolved to creatures that had eyeballs, right? Like eyeballs on the sides of the head. So life then became two-dimensional. If you look at birds or dinosaurs or fish, their eyes don't come together to make a sense of depth. A bird will like cock its head to look at you, and it doesn't really have a sense of depth. It's just kind of scanning a two-dimensional field of length and height. And it got to a point, though, where life was evolving, and as it moved onto land, it needed to kind of stand up and grow in order not to deplete all the resources that it had. So these eyes started moving inward, and that brought life to the third dimension. So having two eyes at the front of our head, we can triangulate depth, experience three dimensions, right? And over time, life kept going. The mammalian genome began to really dominate the planet, leading to, like apes and gorillas and primates, which largely were kind of like on the African coasts for a long time. But once again, after millions of years, there became so many primates that there were more primates than available resources. So life was once again put under pressure to evolve. And with this, what was known as memory at the time was just kind of like this sense of one of these primates ate a plant and got sick and died, so let's not eat that plant, right? Kind of a knowingness in that area. But because of this struggle for resources, what evolved was memory, the ability to perceive the past, not just on the scale of this more genetic memory of knowing what to eat, what not to eat, but of what works and what doesn't work. The ability to perceive, say, some rocks falling down a mountain and seeing little sparks come as they clashed around. And as the primates evolved into humans, this memory allowed for a fourth dimensional experience of time in addition to the three dimensions of space. And in this fourth dimension, we're able to evolve by seeing the past through multi-layers, our past, the past of humanity in general, and also look at the future and where we want to go. And through this evolution, we developed our mind, the frontal cortex, the cerebral cortex, helped us make higher level decisions based on our memory. Right, and so all I'm really trying to get here is kind of where we're at now. And humanity is at this point of, well, there's a lot of us again, and there's not a lot of resources. So what is this pressure and tension leading towards? What is the next dimension, the fifth dimension, look like? And the fifth dimension really is similar to the first dimension, where like there's not a lot of sense of time and space, but it's accessing this place of beyond time and space where all things can converge into one point. You can imagine and see all possibilities and make a decision. So rather than an automated behavior, we're able to make further decisions at any moment to give us our optimal position to operate in the world. So we talked last week, the body really has three brains at this point. The gut brain, which is our intuition. The heart brain, which is where we have our willpower and our courage. And then the head brain, which is really there to make measurements rather than decisions. To say, this thing might be better or worse for me than what might be optimal. And it's when we're able to align our gut brain, our intuition, into our will and make our measurements from that, they were able to access a fifth dimensional point. Fifth dimension is kind of like you can climb to the top of a mountain and look at any direction, say, that's where I'm going. But then you have to head back down that mountain. It gives us a wide range of ability to make higher decisions for us and for our species as a whole. To look to the future of our evolution as, yeah, we're depleting these resources, we're struggling, we're under a lot of pressure. So what decisions can we make in our lives that will help us as a collective to find joy and peace again? So in this Kriya, to know you know, that's what knowing is. It's to know without a doubt. And the mind is what doubts. To know without a doubt what we need to do at any moment and any time and place and space. So with this Kriya, we're going to spend a lot of time really working on our gut to heart connection to strengthen our intuition and our ability, our willpower, and to gather the courage to act on what we know to be correct. So the mind doesn't doubt what we need to do, but rather it can observe the field and say, this is where I need to go. This is where I am. This is where we need to be. And it takes a number of us to be able to reach that place to make a real change in the world. You can see just in the the political field, the global field, that so many are based in these mental decision-making places that keep us trapped in the loops of struggle and strife, the loop of depletion and lack of abundance. But our bodies are intelligent, and they know what we need to do. The mind gets so loud that we just don't hear it. We don't hear the body speak. So with this Kriya, we're really going to work on activating these centers that allow us to hear our intuition clearly. So with Kundalini Yoga, we begin our practice with a tune-in mantra. It's called the Adi mantra. And with this, we're using the vibration of our voice, which is programmed for our bodies specifically. Whether or not you think your voice compares to that of someone who sings perfectly on an album or not, your voice is tuned perfectly for you and the structure of you. And when we do these mantras and we use consonants to move the sound of the voice, and the vowels will vibrate specific parts of the body. So what we do with our tune-in mantra, which is Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, when we chant Ong, we press our tongue on the roof of our mouth for the end sound. Ong. And this is going to push that O noise to our mind. It's going to help harmonize our mental state, our head brain. We chant Namo, Namo, that low sound. The low sounds come from the lower body. And we're vibrating our gut brain. Namo is like Namaste, I bow. Nama, I bow. We're vibrating the mental brain, our intuitional gut brain. And get Guru Dev, it's vibrating our heart. Guru means darkness, and Ru just means light. And Dev means divine. And what this really points out is that we have, all of us, a divine light within that illuminates darkness. And that comes through our heart's intuition. And then we chant the Namo again, back to the gut. So Ong Namo, Guru Dev Namo. And we chant that 3 times. You're welcome to join in if you're comfortable. If not, that's okay. We'll begin the practice. Rub our hands together, bring a little friction to our nervous system. Our hands are full of nerve endings as they evolved from our heads in the womb. And when they connect, they create electrical currents through the body. So what we're doing is we press our thumbs to the sternum. We're actually creating an electrical loop through the heart that matches the vertical loop of our Kundalini rising and our vagus nerve descending. To begin, we'll take a full inhale, pushing the belly out to expand the lungs. Then we'll exhale completely, pulling the navel in. Take one more deep inhale, and then we'll chant Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. We begin with an inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong. Namo Just rest the palms up on our knees for a moment, just feeling that vibrational energy activates the nervous system. So we will begin our Kriya with a couple warm-ups. First being our standard Sufi circles. So with this, we'll put our hands on our knees, sitting cross-legged, easy pose. And exhaling, pulling back with the navel, and inhaling in a counterclockwise direction. Exhaling backwards. The inhale, really push the navel out to expand the diaphragm, pulling air into the lungs, moving with the breath. Exhaling, pulling the navel in, releasing all the air. In Kundalini Yoga, we use an internal mantra as we breathe and as we move. This mantra is Sat Nam. Sat being a seed word for truth. Nam being a word that describes a divine identity, the name. Sat Nam, we breathe the name of truth. We inhale, we think Sat. Exhale, we think Nam. Keeping our inner focus focused at the third eye. Keeping the spine straight. We rotate. Really seeing if you can let the breath move the pelvis. We warm up the pelvis area and our spine. Pelvis is the seed, the root area of the Kundalini nerve coil. Spine is that transmitter that allows your energy to fully move through your body. And on the next inhale forward, just pause for a moment and reverse the direction of your gyration, going in a clockwise rotation. On that inhale forward, see if you can just kind of lift with your heart a little bit, expanding the chest. Allowing for some tension and release in the shoulders, giving ease to the spine. All right, and your next inhale, straighten the spine, inhale fully. Bring tension to your roots, tightening the perineum, sacral up to the navel, holding the breath in. Tilt the chin down a little bit to straighten the spine. And holding that tension, exhale when you need to, completely. And just come relaxing, palms up on your knees, experiencing the energy moving through you, letting your attention follow the prana as it moves through your body. Right. For our next asana, we're going to be using a breath called the breath of fire. And if you're not familiar with the breath of fire, it's a quick breath. Ideally, we want to try for 3 breaths in a second, but optimally, we want to operate at a speed that's most comfortable for you and where you're at. And the breath of fire is done by exhaling by pulling, kind of snapping the navel inward and letting it reflex out to automatically pull the air in. So we really focus on the exhale, pulling the navel in and up rapidly. Kind of think of like a panting dog, like, but with our mouth closed and through the nose. And with this asana, take our thumbs to the Mercury mound, which is the mound of flesh right underneath our pinky finger, crossing the thumb across the hand, wrapping the fingers around in a fist. We're going to extend the arms outwards and really moving more with the shoulders than the arms. We're going to go in reverse circles. And as we do this, we'll begin the breath of fire. All right, now switch the direction of your arms. Go the opposite direction. All right, inhale deeply, pulling the arms out from the shoulders, holding the breath in, tightening at the root, sacral and the navel. Hold, hold, hold. Extending the spine. When you can't hold it anymore, hold the tension and exhale completely. And come in relaxing. Okay, for our next asana, come onto our hands and knees for a pigeon pose. So with this, start in this cat-cow position, and bring your right knee up towards your hand, turning it inward. You can go at a 90-degree angle. If you can't do that, you can even just bring it in and where you're almost sitting on your heel. Just want to try to push so there's a little tension, but don't go so far that it's uncomfortable. And with the other leg, we extend it straight back. And here we're actually going to come onto our forearms with the head looking forward, chin tilted slightly upward. We'll do some long, deep breathing here. Inhaling fully, pushing the navel out. Lift with the chest a little bit as much as you can. On the exhale, finding softness in the tension, allowing the body to relax. It's a great asana to break up old patterns in our hips, helping straighten our posture. Done every day, you start to notice just changes in the way you even walk. All right, so take a nice deep inhale and hold. And exhale. We'll come back into a resting pose and child's pose. Seated on the heels, your knees spread out wide on the mat. Hands forward, prayer, forehead on the mat. Just take some nice deep breaths here. Breathing down the front body, breathing up the back body. And when you're ready, we can come back into hands and knees, returning to pigeon pose, this time with our left leg going forward and across, and our right leg extended backwards. And resume long, deep breath. Thirty more seconds. Really extend the navel out, pushing the belly out on the inhale, pulling it all the way in on the exhale. Inhale deeply, hold. And exhaling, let's come back into child's pose, the extended arms. All right, now coming up with some ease, return to a seated position. For this, we're going to interlace our fingers, call that Venus lock. We'll extend our two index fingers together, thumbs crossed over each other. It's called Vipassana Mudra. And as we inhale, we're going to really try to keep our torso straight. We'll raise the arms over our heads, pulling back till you feel a little tension. And exhaling fully, tracing a line all the way downward. Inhaling up, lifting with the chest, tilting the chin downward. Exhaling, bring the arms down. Finding your rhythm with your breath. Next, inhale up. Inhale deeply and hold, pulling up with the whole body, tensing the lower body, pulling up. When you're ready to exhale, hold that tension. Let the arms slowly, very slowly, just drift down around you to your knees, facing upward. We'll rest for a few breaths. All right, now we'll be working our way to standing postures, and we'll begin that transition with frogs. So with frogs, we want to come in with our feet touching at the heels, angled out at about 45 degrees. With our palms spread, lift the heels up and squat like a frog. So when we inhale, we'll lift up with the pelvis. Exhaling, coming back down, looking forward. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Not only does this stretch our legs, strengthen our hips, shoulders, and back, but it helps to move our cerebrospinal fluid up and down the spine. Let's try to think of my head as a fulcrum, place that kind of stays neutral in position, just rotating as the rest of the body moves. We want to do our best to keep our heels together. If that's not as possible, it's okay to separate them a little bit. Do want to stay on the balls of the feet, the heels off the ground through the whole thing. All right, one more. Then inhale up and hold. On the exhale, just come into a wide stance. You can let your body just dangle a little bit. As we come up into standing for our next asana, come into a horse stance. So I like to just get my form by mounting an imaginary horse. We're going to have our knees bent, pressing into the ground with our heels and under our big toes and our small toes. Pressuring evenly, feeling a little stress in the thighs. A little bounce. Bring our hands into prayer pose. This is going to be our inhale position, so we'll inhale up. As we exhale, straighten the legs and pivot at the hips, bringing the arms out like spreading wings. We'll inhale back up, bending the knees, really moving with the pelvis. Exhaling down. Finding some push in the feet to help support the movement. Thirty more seconds. Your next inhale up, tighten the body. Inhale and hold, push the belly out. Lift with the crown, push into the ground. And just exhale and come dangling down. All right, coming back into standing. Shake our legs. Shake it out. Shake the back, arms. Just a little movement to break up the tension. And we'll move into our last asana. So we'll stand with our feet hips width apart. Really look at your feet. You want your toes, your big toe and your heel to be in a straight line. This is a natural position to stand in. Doing this heavy leg and hip work can really help bring our natural rotation back in. So we'll stand and begin in a praying pose. See if you can pull your shoulders back. Find some lift in the chest. Help pull the body up. This is our inhale. And as we exhale, we will lunge forward with one leg. You want to kind of get to where your knee comes over your toes with the upper body from here. The same side that the leg goes forward, bring that arm out into a fist, bringing the other arm backwards like you're pulling a bow, tightening an extension of the thumb, then inhaling back into the prayer position. And exhaling, lunge with the other side, pulling back, finding some tightness in the shoulder blades, exhaling up. And just moving at your own rate, your own breath. As we move back and forth, you want to focus on moving from your pelvis, the center point of our body, optimum balance. Pulling the shoulders back when you inhale up. All right, one more on each side. Inhaling up. And we can immediately just come lying down. Squatting down in crow pose for a minute. Just a crow pose, our heels similar to frogs, but they're spread out. Foot under each hip. Elbows pressing between the knees. Lengthening the spine. Just find some breath here. Just rest here for a minute. If it's uncomfortable, you can roll a mat up under your heels or a pillow. Inhale deeply. Pull up the perineum. Shut the belly. Hold. Now exhaling. Come lying down. Savasana. To relax. Let the body release this tension. Find ease. Listening to the body and asking it what it has to say in this moment. Energy processing. Finding that inner love and compassion to answer. So allowing the body to begin to relax through the toes and the feet, and the heels. Letting the lower legs and the knees find some weight into the ground. Relaxing the thighs and the hip abductors, the hips and the pelvis. Releasing in the root and the sacral area. Finding any tension and letting it go and seeing if there's any more layers of tension to release there. Moving up, just letting the navel sink into the floor, the lower back, finding weight. The ribs, relaxing the lungs and the hearts. Relaxing the breath. Finding some ease in the shoulders, down the arms. One by one, letting each finger just let go, one after the other. Letting the neck find a release of tension. Just letting go of the jaw and the tongue and the cheeks. Relaxing your eyes, your forehead, your crown. Just lay here and be for a few minutes. All right, we can begin to bring our awareness back into our bodies. Coming back into this time and place and space. Waking the body up with some gentle movement, wiggling of the fingers and toes. Rotating the wrists and the ankles. Maybe a light shaking of the legs. Wiggling the body. Bring our hands together and the flats of our feet together and just give them a little friction, rubbing them together. And bringing our arms overhead, fingers pointed out, our toes on the ground, pointed forward for a nice full body stretch. Inhaling fully, exhaling completely, pointing out with the heels and the butts of the hands. Another stretch, full inhale and exhale. You can come into a cat stretch, raising one knee up towards the chest. Your arms spread left and right, and folding that knee towards the other side of the body, twisting the head in the opposite direction. Stretching the back with a twist. And cat stretching to the other side. From here, we can roll our knees up towards our chest together. Do a little rocking left and right on the spine. For rocking back and forth from the head to the tailbone. And if you can, use that momentum to come sitting. We'll get ready to begin our meditation before we wrap up class. So this meditation is really meant to get us more in our intuition, our gut brain. Rhythmically, the mind tends to operate on a 4/4 rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like 4 to the floor, like house music. And the heart tends to beat like a waltz in 3/4 time. But our gut really operates more dynamically at a like 5/8. So for this meditation, we're going to use a mantra, which is 8 syllables. Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru. So Guru being that light in the darkness. Wahe, which is just it's like the highest level of wow, ecstasy. So Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru. And then Guru, Ram, Das, Guru. And as we do that, we're going to say that quickly 5 times in one breath. We'll hold our hands out to the sides, pulling the elbows down to raise the chest, pulling the elbows back a little bit. Take a deep inhale, and I'll give an example. So each time we repeat it, we'll fold one finger down, beginning with the thumb. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. And one breath, yeah, if you're able to. All right, we'll just do this for a few minutes. This is going to get our rhythm operating in a time that is outside of our brain or even our heart, tapping us into our intuition. So let's take a nice deep breath, fully inhaling, pushing the navel out. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. And begin. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Inhale. We can go faster if it helps. Yeah. Yeah, we could do it one time slowly. Sure. Yeah. All right, we can try that. Thank you. All right. Slowly. Guru, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe, Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe, Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe, Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru. You see, we kind of segment the breath a little bit, instead of all in one big guru, guru. Okay. All right, you ready to begin? Okay. Let's inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale completely. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Inhale. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru Guru Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Last time. Guru Guru Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Waheguru Guru Ramdas Guru. All right, inhale fully. Hold the breath and just focus all your attention toward the crown of your head. Tilt the chin down. Exhale naturally. Bring the hands to the knees facing up and relax the breath. May the longtime sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. May the pure light within you guide your way on. We'll close the class with 3 long satnams, bringing our hands to prayer at the sternum. We'll exhale sat, about 7 counts with a short nam. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Sat Nam. Sa. Nam. Sa. Nam. Thank you for your practice. May you be blessed. Sat Nam forever. All right, great job. We could just wrap things up with a quick circle.